Lavoisier, aka the rap terrorist, represent A Omega Global Military, aka that Jesus set, bang, 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 boom, Doc Saint gang all day every day. Here with DJ Wado, live at JahRock'n.
On the Wado radio show. On the Wado radio. On the Wado radio show. Where it's much more than music, it's ministry.
DJ Wado, Lavoisier is here.
Let's put it in the app, and you already know.
Live at JahRock'n, of course.
Yeah.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good.
It's good to see you, man.
It's always good to see you, Wado.
Absolutely, man.
Word.
There's, you know, when we do these, man, there's just so much stuff we could talk about.
All the time.
And we're going to get to some, you know, current social, economic,
Yeah,
all of that stuff.
all of that.
But,
Yeah.
but, we have to start with the music.
The music. It's all about the music.
It's
It
all
started
about
with
the
the
music,
music.
man. So you told me we were sitting in these chairs. We hadn't hit record on the cameras.
Yeah.
None of that. You told me you had a project that was being mixed right now.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to my man, Christ is Risen, Chris. Yeah, it's being mixed. Word.
Bro.
Yeah.
You know how much I've been anticipating.
I still got some tidbits and touch-ups
Sure,
and round-offs to do,
sure.
but yeah, word up.
That's great, man. So
Yeah.
so this is an album.
It's an album.
Does it have a name yet?
One of two, so.
Okay. We
Yeah.
can't give the out. Can we give the either or?
It's
Maybe let the people vote in the comment section.
It's probably going to be called Ghost in the Machine.
Ghost in the Machine.
Yeah, I'm a computer programmer now. So.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've been following you on Facebook, man.
Yeah, word up.
Yeah, so how did you even transition to
Hop
that,
on
bro?
the internet, start following me, rapper that teach computer science with no college degree. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, so, you know, I was always getting hired to teach hip-hop classes and lecture about hip-hop and the history and, you know, give MC lessons and all kind of stuff. And I didn't really... I love hip-hop, but I didn't like teaching that to young black and Latino kids. I feel like too many of them really aspire to be that anyway.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I'm helping to fuel that pipe dream mentality. And I'm a rapper. I've made a living off of it. I'm not mad. But I began to pray. I was like, Lord, I really wish it was something else I could hand to young people. Something that was more, always hold their attention. It's always fun and interesting when I talk to them. And so, you know, lo and behold, I went to, shout out to Solange O'Brien, who used to be on CNN.
Yeah.
I was trolling Twitter 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
She said, come to Black in America. We got 3-4 tickets left. I went, I didn't know what it was about.
Yeah.
I just watched the documentary every year.
Yeah.
I go sit there, I see all these black and Latino people in technology, bro.
Wow.
Talking about after school programs where they teach kids how to build their own video games. And I just was like, yo, maybe I could push some of the young people I work with into this. So I started learning and playing around.
Hold up.
Yeah.
How you gonna push people into something and you just said you didn't have a college degree?
Yeah, I mean, you know. Look, you know, hey, we can talk. We gonna come back to that. But so yeah, but that's what I said. I said maybe I can like push young people in this direction. It might be interesting because the truth of the matter is, just so you know, it's 1.8 million jobs over the next 10 years, right? But only 400,000 students enrolled in computer science right now.
Wow.
So that's a surplus of 1 million jobs.
Really?
1.4 million jobs.
Really?
Right. So a surplus of 1 million jobs over the next 10 years. All computer industries as a whole going to escalate 22%.
What kind of jobs are these? Just so people
Computer programming.
Okay.
All computer jobs are going to grow by 22%.
Technicians.
All kinds.
Software developers.
But particularly software developers.
Really?
And I know like the people that I've met in this industry, a lot of my mentors are making more money than probably anybody watching, and they don't have college degrees. It's not that it's not necessary per se, but it's not necessary.
It's not necessary.
Because it's like, it's almost like being a mechanic in the sense of,
If you know it, you know it.
If you know, and you can demonstrate that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like psychology. So, but for the first time, the difference with this is something you can learn a lot on your own because of the information age.
Yeah.
If you want to be a mechanic, somebody still has to give you a car to play with.
Yeah.
If you want to learn how to fix, I don't know, refrigerators or something, you need, but the overhead to learn how to teach a computer, everybody has a computer.
Yeah.
You could pop open the hood on any website and learn how it works. So we've really never been in a time, and you want to talk about the access, but so these things I begin to learn, and I just begin to get excited. And while I was kind of dancing around the pool, I kind of fell in myself. And so I was dipping in and out of music and like, you know, playing with it.
Yeah.
And I applied to a school called the Flatiron School. Shout out to the Flatiron School, Avi and them. And I got accepted. You know what I'm saying? 6 months program, 9 a.m., 6 p.m., 5 months. Hard body.
Yeah, I was trying to
super
get you up here
intense.
one time, and you was just like, "Nah, son, I got school."
Yeah, I couldn't even do it. Like I was stressed. I'm like bugging out, and it was cool, man. I was in there with people from all walks of life. People in there with PhDs, went to Stanford and all kind of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was exciting, it was trying, it was hard, it was challenging, and now, yeah, I'm here.
Good.
And now I teach it to young people. I work at Queensborough Community College, and I teach young people computer science.
Wow.
Black and Latino kids.
They
call me Captain OG on the campus.
Captain OG.
Yeah, for real talk.
You know what I love though, man, is see, I know, man, you've done work with what's Paul Cody's organization, man?
Oh, Young Life.
He's gonna kill me for saying this on the camera that I couldn't.
Shout out
think
to
of
Young Life.
But you know what I'm saying? I know you've always kind of had that heart.
Yeah, to be out there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And so
be in them streets.
It really feels like you really kind of like found a lane.
Oh yeah.
With this, man.
Oh yeah, I love it, son.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Let me tell you something. Like, just to give you an example, my mentor, his son is 18 years old, making $60,000, no degree.
Wow.
Like, I just say that as an example of the kind of opportunities that exist in computer programming.
Yeah.
And
so hold on.
Yeah.
This has just hit me though.
And my daughter codes with me too. Me and my daughter are starting a web development business together.
How old is your daughter?
My daughter's 19. Wow. And so I'm in talks with a gig to teach over the summer. I'm not going to say the organization. It's probably going to come through. And I'm hiring my daughter as my assistant. Man. And I'm paying her to teach alongside me.
That's great, bro.
Yeah, real talk.
But hold on a minute, though. So you're teaching this at a community college with no college degree.
With no college degree. It's really the favor of God,
That's the favor of God,
yeah,
man.
Really, though. Really, though.
That's blowing me, bro.
Yeah.
That's blowing me, man.
Word up, man.
It's good, bro.
And so I still push young people towards education in general.
Sure.
But it just so happens the Lord has graced me to say, look, and he put me in something. Like, I'm meeting people that make over $100,000 that don't have a degree. This is not something you need a degree, because when you walk into an office, they'll ask you a couple questions and they'll know whether or not you know this stuff or not. Yeah. So anyway,
It's good, man. Yeah. You know what's interesting for me? I always think about this from a church context, and it's like we got all these jobs, and like even like my church, like we do a lot of training in the community, and you know, community redevelopment and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, man, I almost feel like there's a lot of churches who are probably behind, even in figuring out how they could do some of this stuff. Even from a ministry standpoint,
real
bro.
talk.
Because if we need all these software developers,
Yeah.
that means we got programs and websites.
Let me tell you something.
All types of stuff that we could be getting in on and really, you know.
And the barrier to entry is really, it's not for everybody. Nothing's for everybody.
Sure.
But the truth is, learning how to work with technology is advantageous to any job.
Sure.
I went to the doctor the other day, man. They taking my EKG on a laptop. You know, she's like, and she doesn't even know what I do, but she's like, yeah, we used to have this big old machine, and now it's just a piece of software. Click a button. So, Mark Andreessen, investor in Groupon.
See, we don't even think about that. We thinking about software development. We thinking about, some stuff for every day. But, man, like, whoever developed that program.
It's the same thing.
For the medical field, bro.
Yeah.
They made a lot of money.
You better believe it. And the truth of the matter is, and I'm anybody says you don't need to be good at math for everything, believe it or not. It's more logic and problem solving.
Really?
And so like Mark Andreessen invested in LinkedIn and Groupon. He says software is eating the world. Like, there's not one industry that software is not taking over. It's not like there's computers and then music and then computers. Software is eating everything. So even a fundamental understanding of how software works will take you to another level, even if you're not a developer or programmer or data analyst or anything.
Man.
So yeah.
Give us a little something.
What?
So how software works, man.
That's a pretty big question. But fundamental for anybody that would want to know, I would say they should start with the basics of the web and the internet, which is two different things most people don't know. You have computer languages, right? Which is really just a set of instructions. Like, you ever heard the word algorithm? Yep. It's really just a set of instructions. Like, computer languages are written with a lot of if-then statements. If this, do that. It's like when you play a video game. If player presses X, then do this. Shoot rocket. Yep. If player presses B. And so you compile these languages, you put them together to make sentences. It's a language. And you make paragraphs, and you tell the software what to do. So HTML is what I would call, like, you ever walk past a house and you see a house that's just the framework? Yep. That's what HTML is. It's the building, it's the foundation of the web. So for instance, like, you ever pull up a web page and it's slow to load and you see the nasty, just the nothing, no colors or anything, that's HTML. Okay. CSS is the second thing you might want to learn. That stands for cascading style sheets, and that's the design, the style of the web. You know, so I guess if it was a house, that would be more like your drapes and your bricks and things like that. And then there's JavaScript, which is the functionality of the web. And so, it's so vast. You know what I mean? Sure. There's so much room. Like I'm trying to taper it because I could talk about this stuff forever, and there's so much, and it's not for everybody. Yeah. But there are a lot of people out there who are like, I want to do something and I don't know what it is. You know, and so for anybody like that, I would suggest you look into learning how to see if web development is something you like, because this is something you can take anywhere in the world and command the same level of income. Are
you these days, would you say you're more passionate about software development, teaching kids, than even you are with the music?
Absolutely, 100%.
Wow.
There's only 3 things that touch my life like this outside of Jesus Christ. It's music, business and entrepreneurship, which I'm also teaching alongside web development, and programming. I never thought I'd find, I'm not a technical person. I didn't like computers before this at all. I didn't even record myself hardly before I started getting into this. It's the Lord. And so I've never met something that fights for my attention like music.
Wow.
Like this. And so it had to be God. It's not something I would have.
You know how I could tell? We started off talking about the new album, and then it just went into software.
Yeah.
It just went into this.
Yeah, I love that.
And I can see that, man.
Yeah, word up.
That's
but
good,
music
bro.
is coming, though. Music is coming. The first single is I got 2 names for it. It's called Everything on It. Look out for that.
Everything on It.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
When you think about putting the project out? What you thinking?
When it's done. You know, sometimes, man, schedules don't mean much to an independent artist. So there's a bunch of stuff floating around with me.
Why put the schedule on it when
until
it's done?
Until I know for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff for me on the internet. Like, yo, it's coming out. I did an interview with another publication in the summertime, and I said, yo, it's coming out November. But that day, when I said I was going to school, I just got accepted to school that day.
Wow, so that monkey wrench.
You know, so, I mean, monkey wrench, I mean, you know, depending.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
When it's done, it'll come out.
Yeah.
It's good, man. It's good. Yeah. What kind of stuff you talk about on this, man? As I follow your Facebook page, and, you know, I love, even when we talk personally, I love just hearing your thoughts on just society, pop culture, you know, all of that stuff, man. What are you hitting on this album?
I mean, you know, one time I think Jay-Z said something that I thought was poignant a couple of years ago. Like, a lot of artists are pretty much telling the same 5 or 6 stories, just in a bunch of different ways. Yeah. And I think it's the same. I'm like, you know, it's not. I never been one of those like, yo, I don't make music for the church, like, but I don't. It's not that I intentionally say I'm not writing for the church. It's just, when I pick up a pen, that's just never who I'm talking to. Yeah, it just doesn't occur to me. I'm talking to the person I was before I became a Christian, and so I'm just talking to them about, fix your credit, pay off your debts, and invest in businesses. Rappers don't tell you that. They just tell you to trap. Society don't want you successful. They just rather you rap. Like, and so there's just a maturity. I started off just saying, yo, I want to get everybody saved, and which is noble and worthy. Yeah. But then when I begin to get in the field, I begin to be like, yo, there's some other real needs out here that aren't in the way of salvation, but you need to address for people to know that you're serious about the quality of their life improving. You know what I'm saying? And when I look at scripture, I look at Thessalonians or Galatians. You look at Thessalonians, Paul is talking about the man of lawlessness, and don't be fooled, the day of Jesus coming hasn't passed already. And he's talking about it like it's the most important thing ever, right? But then you flip over to Galatians, he doesn't mention it at all. Yeah. Why? Contextualization for culture. Yeah. And I begin to see it also as when I was in school a couple months ago. I began to take the train, and everybody's just shouting, the gospel remains the gospel. But when you look through Paul's letters, like, he contextualized it for every culture. Yeah. The Galatians had a serious problem with sexual immorality, and so that's heavy.
That's what he had to hit on.
Yeah, I don't even see, some might not even mention it at all. Yeah. You know, and so as I begin to want to reach my culture, it just begin to be contextualized, socioeconomic issues, education, broken families, and stuff like that. And so that's just what I begin to want to speak to, and particularly rappers, because, I mean, culture's influential of every kind. But it's like Bill O'Reilly said. Shout out to homie Bill O'Reilly. I'm gonna come on your show, and I'm gonna son you one day. But he say some real stuff though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he said, when you look at these, like Beyonce, whoever, like, this is not just bad for kids. This is targeted towards kids who are in home 60, 70% with no father, no. That you take your cue from culture and media in a very different way. Yeah. So yeah, man. No. People
miss that. Like, when you don't grow up with 2 parents and you have one parent, and that one parent is stretched. Yeah. you still have to learn society, how to function, how to, you know, how do I interact with girls, how do I interact with guys, how do I, you know what I'm saying? Like all this stuff. And when you don't, when it's not done the way that God designed it, I say that.
Indeed.
It still gets done some kind of way.
Some kind of way. And then, you know what, and the truth is, Black and Latino kids pay a higher price. Yeah. You know, and you can feel what you want about it.
Our starting points ain't the same.
Our starting points ain't the same, and we pay a higher price for doing some of the same things. Yeah. Mischief in some neighborhood gets you slap on the wrist. Same mischief in another neighborhood might get you permanent records. Yeah. And so we're paying a high. My wife makes a good point. She always says, you know, if sin is sin, this is real justice. So I know, there's a lot of crime in the Black community, but there's a lot of crime everywhere. So what she says is, if sin is sin, then our sin shouldn't be costing us more. And that's the injustice. Good. That some of the, you know, I'm not saying everybody does what a lot of little Black kids do in the hood, but we pay a higher price learning our way. And then we don't have that, you know, and then when you do try to scoop up a youngin' and tell them, you know, I don't mess with some of my youngest out there right now. Like, been on their own since they was 12 years old. You want to come and throw your arm around them like you going to son them? Like, I might be able to. I'm a G. They know what it is, but I'm just saying, like, so, you know, when you look at the young people, there has to be a level of mercy and compassion, and you have to have, and let me, you know, you can't minister to somebody you scared of. And a lot of people scared of these youngins, man. You can't love somebody you scared of, bro. Good, bro. That's why it's hard for, that's why it's even hard for well-meaning police officers to do their work sometimes effectively in urban communities. Yeah. You can't perfect love casts out fear. Those two things are, for whatever reason, God put them opposed in Scripture. Yeah. You know, because you would think fear, you know, why would they be opposites? But for whatever reason, God knows. You know, and I think that we need some courage. Because you got to have some courage to deal with the hood, man. And all of this, oh, I do this for the streets, and nothing about your life is in the streets. I don't, you know, that's another story. But I really don't respect a lot of, Christian rappers on that tip. Yeah. Nothing to do with the music, nothing to do with the sincerity of their ministry. But I like getting money. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to prosper. I'm trying to get money. I like that Beamer. That X6 look like a little doom buggy, you know what I'm saying? So I have no pretense about, when it's about ministry, it's about ministry. When it's about money, it's about money. Yeah. When it's about philanthropy, that's what it's about. And so I just think this whole, like, we're trying to reach people, but all you do is spend your time trying to get on these websites. You check out their blogs and their Facebooks, and everybody's mad of who's getting the favoritism. And I'm like, bruh, there's dying people right outside your door. You ain't about that. It's a high school up the block where you go and give out all your CDs. But you mad because Lifeway Bookstore won't take them. Come on, man.
There you go.
And so I'm not saying I love business. I love entrepreneurship. But I just think when you look at I don't know. Sometimes I just question whether or not, I question where you really want to make the impact. Because when we say reach in hip-hop, what we really mean is I want to reach Pusha T. Right. I want to reach hip-hop. I really want to reach Kanye.
You want acceptance by the artist. You're not looking at the fans all the time.
You're not looking at the millions of people. One time God told me, man, I felt the Lord was really impressing upon my heart. Like, yo, the next Biggie Smalls, you probably walking by him every day, sitting on the bench, bobbing his head. Right. You know, and sometimes when somebody was talking to me and they were younger in the Lord, man.
You stop them before they get to that point.
Before they get to that point. You have that power. Yeah. And it does not mean that gift will not go on to be just as big as it would have been. Yep. And the power in that is incredible. And that's why you can't judge ministry by size. Because, take your favorite preacher, right? Whose ministry is more important? The congregation that he now pastors, his ministry, or the ministry of his mother, who never won another soul to Christ but raised him in the Lord? Wow. Wow. Who's going to have more fruit reward in heaven?
Billy Graham.
I know the story. I love it. Talk about it.
I think it was Billy Graham said he did all these crusades, and he said, I'd have been more impactful if I'd have trained up 10 men to do what I did, as opposed to doing it myself. I want to get your thoughts on this Donald Sterling situation, man.
Shout out to Donald Sterling. You need the Lord. Shout out to everybody today.
When you first heard the tape, man, what'd you think, man?
I thought, can I keep it a buck?
Keep it 100, man. Keep it 100.
Yes, I told you. Look at the level of racism that goes on behind closed doors. Why? Because this is not a man who said, feel this way. Yeah. He said, this is my circle.
My circle feels this way. Yeah.
The whole world. Like, when I move too close with black people, my jack rings. Like, yo, what you?
Yeah.
That's a whole nother level.
His was crazy. He said he was getting calls when his jump off.
That's what I'm saying.
Jump off.
Who's black?
Taking pictures.
So, but to be honest,
with Magic. It's not like she was with some hood dudes. She with Magic.
And I mean, but not to sound like that kind of racism don't bother me though. The callousness toward it bothers me. Yeah. When I see racism, I'm like, come on, man, like it's the world. It's what it is. Yeah. But when people get upset about it, and then you got another group of people like, calm down, get over it. It's not that angers me, especially in church.
More than the racism.
Yeah, more than the racism. I spent my whole career telling black people what they need to do, what they don't need to do, and all my white fans love it.
Man, they had no problem with that, right?
They get them, folks.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you something right now. That callousness toward racism, it bothers me greatly. There's a callousness. Like, if black people have been trained to think everything is racism, like a knee-jerk reaction, then by the same token, white people have ingest this condition to say, no, it's not.
It's not.
And so we're at a stalemate. So
it's good, bro.
But I'm all right. Like, Donald, like, who is that guy? Like, the president is black right now. Like, how is that man holding you back? Calm down, go to school, get your degree, get your paper. Like, so right. Like, it's not that, like, who is he? Like, I like what it showed about what goes on. Sure. You know? And that's my problem, real quick. The problem with the callous attitude towards racism, it's not some dude on the corner drinking a 40 talking about the man's holding me back. There's a callousness toward racism, even when there's a self-educated, self-started, self-motivated, grassroots black person like a Roland Martin or so, and it's just like, oh no, that's not like, you know. Yeah. It's what it is, though.
It's good, bro. Do you think he should be able to own the team? He should be able to keep his team. I mean, that's like, to me, that's a whole other conversation.
I don't know, man. Here's what I say. I don't know. I think that because the people he is in charge of, which puts it in a whole different spin when you start thinking about in charge of, right? I think that they have a right to say we will not play under him, and I think that if the community, because I'm not an NBA player, I don't even follow sports. If the basketball community is saying that he needs to go, then yeah, I think he needs to go, because they would know better than me. Because there's cultures to things.
The way it's been explained to me is that the NBA as an association, it's almost like a homeowners association.
Right.
You know, like remember a few years ago, Jay-Z was trying to move into a condo building. Right. The association was like, nah.
Yeah. So, they might have wished they did it now.
I know, right? So they're saying that the NBA is kind of like the same thing, and that's why they're saying if the owners get together and vote him out, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, off my gut reaction, I'm like, no, he shouldn't be able to own a team. You know what I mean? You should. You are. This is not just your private opinion.
Sure.
This is a private opinion that is demonstrating that you are unfit to be a leader or a person of authority over. Let me give you an example. If a Christian was caught talking this way about homosexuals behind closed doors, I would think he should lose the position also. Because we have the right to disagree, but you don't have the right to now talk about, you now have the right to degrade someone or put them in a subhuman type of status. So yeah, I don't think he has the right to be an authority over anybody he thinks is inferior. Absolutely. So yeah, I guess he should. I just came to the conclusion on the spot.
Here's another one. When you saw the Jay-Z Solange elevator situation,
when she put hands and feet, I just been wanting to say she put hands and feet.
Yo, when she kicked him though, but you know what it showed me though was no matter how much money you got, family is family, man. And we all got issues,
and we all done been at family dinners where it get wilder than that.
Wow.
No matter what class you're from. So for me, you know, I don't know what people think. Like I'm at a funny impasse. Like 1 minute I'm going at rappers for what they stand for, but on the other hand, I've greatly admired some of their accomplishments. I greatly admire I'm in Brooklyn. When I see that Barclays, I know he only owned this, but come on. He's walked where no black man has walked before. So I respect it at the same time, and I think that's funny. A man could say he kick in your door, he kill you and rape your moms, and you like love him. But then he has like a regular family issue. You're like, you're laughing at him, you ridicule him, you're mocking him. I'm like, that's the human part. That's the regular. That's regular.
It's crazy because not only do we love them, we spend our money on them, we support them. I was listening to KB was saying this in the interview, man, just about how we love them, we support them. We buy the project. We're encouraging other people to get it. We get in the car, even if we ain't got it. We listening to it on the radio.
Yeah, real talk.
Then somebody come out rapping about what you rapping about, and it's like, I don't know if I can support that. I don't know.
Yeah, real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
More Christians, here's the crazy part. More Christians probably buy Jay-Z music than Lecrae music.
Yeah, they do. I'm 100% sure.
You know
of
what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah, real talk. I believe that.
I mean, it makes no sense to me, bro.
It's tough. It's tough. It's hard out here for a Christian rapper. And I'm a Christian rapper all day.
I was going to ask you, do you think the name holds us back some? Like, do you think just in general, like, there's just, like, if we found some other way to call it what it was, or we just stop calling it Christian rap or whatever, that we would be able to reach more people with it?
Why you be asking me these deep questions, B? Multi-layered, right? First and foremost, black culture is more polarizing. Why do I say that? Switchfoot wants to go secular. Nobody feels like Switchfoot represents all of Christian rock.
Yeah.
POD wants to go secular. Nobody feels like POD represents all of Christian rock. It happens all the time in other genres and all the other cultures, and they are not pigeonholed to represent the rest of the genre. They do it, Reach do it, 116 do it, like, yo, you messing up my money. Oh, no, that's not what you mean. I mean, yo, you messing up the gospel. You know what I mean? And I just feel like, but what I do, shout out to Jafia Life. If you don't know Jafia Life, check for the homie Lifey. He got crucified for not wanting to label Christian rapper. Always remained consistent, whole career.
Yeah.
Always saw that vision to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so do I think the name holds us back? 70s, you got Lovely Day. It's a gospel record that blew up. 80s, The Sisters.
Clark Sisters.
You Brought the Sunshine.
Yep.
90s, Kirk Franklin Stomp.
Yep.
2000s, Mary Mary.
Hold up. And on Stomp, he said, if you think gospel music
is
going too far.
So do I think the name hinders us? Asking me if I think the name hinders us would be like asking, is God limited?
Yeah.
Because I believe God exalted those artists and these genres and this music and these movements at those times. Yeah. Now, you can't judge according to outward appearance, and you can't judge somebody because they are, first of all, being a Christian rapper is not some crutch no more.
Yeah.
Truth was on BET and Jet Magazine and Source Magazine and all that. So calling yourself a Christian rapper ain't this crutch where you'll be rejected. You can make a nice little money touring around the country as a Christian rapper. So removing the title is not a surefire way that you're afraid and want to.
I'd actually argue that you could, if all things equal, sales, fan base, all of that, you'll make more money as a Christian rapper
absolutely
than you will as a secular
because
rapper.
The secular won't take. They'd be like, well, is he Christian? They'll still have those questions when your music is clean, right? Yeah. So that's what I think. I think as far as them doing it, I think they're entitled to do it. You know what I mean? You know what we do.
Yeah.
God over money.
Yeah. It's you mentioned Biz, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Bizzle, Selah, Bumps.
To me it's so crazy how y'all were kind of you were always doing your thing. I was actually listening to Concrete Angels the other day. And
oh wow.
I took it back, right?
Yeah.
So you was doing your thing, then Bizzle kind of comes on the scene. He's doing his thing, and it's like
majorly.
Y'all are so. It's almost like y'all are like twin brothers.
Yeah.
But y'all was just different parts of the country, and it's just like the Lord just brought y'all together.
That's super real. That's my man.
Yeah.
Like you could get the business for Bizzle.
Yeah. But hold up though. Even y'all's approach to music, the kind of stuff y'all talk about.
But that's where that comes from. There's a kindred that was instant when I met with Bizzle. Yeah. There was a certain, and that's my man. You know what I mean? I'm like a little older than him, but that's my man, bro. Like, word.
Y'all twins, man. Y'all just
alike. For real.
Different mothers,
like
same
Big Pun
father.
and Fat Joe.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
This big boy music, don't it make you wanna grow up? Put your song on the radio, blasphemy and it made me wanna throw up. Got a whole lot of money, so what? Put your whole life toe up. Self-medicate with alcohol and weed smoke. It's like, dag, all you wanna do is pull up. It's Sam throwing gang signs. ace what I throw up, but I don't even see them on the front line. I be in the hood, they don't even show up. Why switch my style up? Maybe because I got a pocket full of C notes. But every day I'm in the hood like churches, and on the corner they respect me like a Cheeto. Flip the channel on rappers past the remote control. I hear you talking reckless about the Lord, you oughta slow your roll. Blaspheming, but your lyrics don't excite me. See, I'm a different animal, you ain't nothing like me. I spaz out, I'm on beast mode, disrespecting your street code. And I'm about that, and we turned up. I got lamb's blood on my sheepfold. Yeah, you get your idol smashed down, cuz we up in the church house, you know where to find us.
Church in a while, but I beg to differ, 'cause we be on the block, squad on a mission. We won't stop till the gospel deliver. This God over money and we live it. Man, we do this every day, day. Yeah, 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 we do this every day.
Sometimes I won't be the bigger man, cause I'm out to lunch and need a dinner plan. And I eat your food with no reservations, no hesitation, no middleman. Box your mouth, you need a dental plan. Take a photograph, it's on Instagram, and my God is on the throne. No, not Kanye West and Jigga Man, with that twisted ideology, sorcery and astrology, white superiority, evolution theology, perverted psychology. Satan be trying to lie to me, but I look in the Bible and see that all of this prophecy, Jesus Christ has got me. He ain't even think it was robbery to make me from the dust of the earth with his spirit in the dirt. See, the book of Deuteronomy is my science book. I'm in Genesis, and that ignorance is my nemesis. That principality killer, hit it with the word of God, you know what the business is.
Church in a while, but I beg to differ, 'cause we be on the block, squad on a mission. We won't stop till the gospel deliver. This God over money and we live it. Man, we do this every day, day. Yeah, 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 we do this every day.
Turn the pages, soak the wisdom in the chapters up. Mansions in the kingdom on some happy ever after stuff. And I'm the foulest one up in this piece, but Jesus' blood cover me. I show you how to get his peace, and you should try and get a piece before they ban faith and blood is in the streets. Thicker than the plague of the blood of the now river. God over money in the summer and the winter. Put me at the top of the list of the sinners.
Ain't no church in a while, but I beg to differ, 'cause we be on the block, squad on a mission. We won't stop till the gospel deliver. This God over money and we live it. And we do this every day, day. Yeah, 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 we do this every day.
DJ Waito, of course. Lavoisier is here.
Lavoisier.
One of the things, man, that has always impressed me about you is that you are always learning, man.
Oh, praise God. I love information.
Yes, I'm saying always learning, always reading, always. Where's that passion come from, man?
It really has to come from God, because I really can't point to anything in my life that made me hungry to know.
Were you like that as a kid, though? I mean, were you?
I was a pretty sharp kid.
Okay.
I was a pretty sharp kid. Got all A's for a good number of years. So
Word,
I probably hit like 5th grade or whatever. And then my grades started to go down because of attention and behavior. But I don't know. Like, I was never like the drug dealer that was like, yo, son, I got the knowledge. I was just selling drugs. But when you know, because you got those dudes. Like, Corey Red strike me as the type of dude that be like robbing people and reading books. Like, like Raekwon with the, but that just, I never was that guy. But when I got saved, I just had a hunger to know and to learn. But you know, one of my biggest motivators, bro, when I eat, I always felt like I was smart, but smart ain't wise. You know what I'm saying? And when I encountered the scripture and realized how much of a fool I was and how bankrupt I was on knowledge, family, life, I was like, I don't know anything. Yeah. And I made so many mistakes in my parenting and my marriage and my personal life and my finances. I've been married 15 years. Yeah. That I used to feel like, yo, why ain't nobody telling me this stuff? Yeah. And so my desire to learn was first for me, but then also like I have a hunger to put people on and save them some things that they might, save them some pitfalls that they don't have to go through.
How did you, because people that aren't from this area, there is a religion called the 5% Nation. You know where I was going with this, right?
Come talk to me, 5%ers.
Here's my thing though. How did you? Because me and Chris Belmont was just talking about this earlier. Like in this area, there's probably more of them in the hood, with black men, and you know what I'm saying, than Christian black men.
Believe that.
How did and I ask you this because you have this passion for learning, knowledge, that kind of thing, and that's their whole thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, the mathematics, the lessons, the wisdom. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. How did you not get caught into that? Because I know at a certain point, I know they came after you.
That's a funny question.
Yeah.
When I was 12 years old, my brother was murdered.
Okay.
My brother was a rapper. And my brother was a 5%er.
Really?
And even right now, I'm remembering.
Yeah.
Had books and books of rhymes. Yeah. And I was always talking about knowledge and all of that kind of stuff. So as
knowledge
a kid,
yourself and
all of that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It just didn't. I grew up in the drug dealer's demand era.
Sure.
So I just wanted to be the drug dealer rapper.
Yeah.
So, that grace.
Yeah.
Grace. You know what I mean? But I think that that's important, man. Like. We live in a day and age, bro. Like you know how many people pass around fake articles on Facebook and YouTube, and they think it's okay. Like, oh well, I didn't know it was fake, but you don't realize what you're communicating about yourself. You're communicating that you're gullible.
Yep.
That anything that crosses your path, you'll share it like it's the truth. So I'm supposed to trust you with what the Bible say?
Yeah.
You ain't even check an article. You know what I mean? And I think that we live in a time where knowing what you know and knowing why you know it is more critical than it has ever been, because we are the age of information and disinformation. It's what Daniel was talking about. Men shall increase in knowledge.
That's good, bro.
So this is where we are. And so I think that it's much more critical to know what you know and know why now more than ever, because people – They don't have to think for themselves anymore. I have debates all the time with atheists, 5%ers, Israelites. You know what I mean? They want to argue with YouTube videos. Yeah. And even though they might not know all they know, you better be able to answer every point.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah. You. It's crazy, man. We're on my block.
Yeah.
Right around the corner. There's a Jehovah's Witness temple. I think they call them temples or whatever. Yeah. They always out, man. They just be out posted, bro.
Wow.
I walk down the joint to the bank. They just out there. What up?
Like we here.
Let's talk.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, brother, I got something for you.
Right. Something to read, brother?
Yeah. And here's the thing. So the first time, I'm a confrontational person. So the first time for me, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's engage them.
What's up?
And then I realized, man, I don't know enough about their thing to really, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm with you on this, bro.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. I enjoy debating. So atheists, come see me.
Come holler.
I'll make you my son. Hey,
real quick, man, give him your social media stuff, bro.
Oh, listen, Lavoisier, Google fake rappers. I'm #1. Supposed to sound like that. You know what I'm saying?
But not because you a fake rapper.
Yeah, I mean,
because you exposing fake rappers.
I might be. You never know. Google fake rappers and find out. Yeah, Google fake rappers. That's where it's at. GrowTheHeckUp.com. That's my blog where I spit a lot. The relaunch is coming soon. Yeah. Shout out to God Over Money, Hog Mob. What else? Oh, yeah, me. Hop on the internet, start following me, rapper that teach computer science with no college degree. You heard?
Pow.
On the way to radio show. On the way to radio. On the way to radio show. Where it's much more than music. It's ministry.